This is Toilet 101. Let's go over the parts of a toilet. Let's look inside the tank a little bit. Let's look inside. You see, your flush lever is connected to, this is called the flush valve. This whole mechanism is called the flush valve. This is the refill tube, and this is the overflow tube. What happens is, if for some reason, this is called the fill valve, by the way. This is called the fill valve. This is called the flush valve. If the fill valve gets stuck and the water keeps going up, you don't want it to keep going up and going over the bathroom floor. What it's made to do is come up and go into this overflow tube, and that's part of the flush valve. And on the flush valve, you have your flapper. And your flapper, of course, is controlled by your flush lever. And let's see if I can get that off. This is a 3-inch flapper. Most new ones are 3-inch. This is your flush valve seat. That's your flush valve seat. And I would say 85% of the time when your toilet starts leaking, it's this thing's problem. This thing needs to be changed out. Probably every couple of years, maybe every year, you want to go down and change this thing out. This particular fill valve can be adjusted by moving this thing up and down. The water level can be adjusted by moving that up and down. Okay? And on this one's a little bit different. You see, you got a front flush lever. Let's look inside this one. This one has a different type of flush lever in it. Let's take a look at it. Okay, this is an old ball type flush lever, and the way it was adjusted, the water level is you bend it like that. You know, that would make the water shallower, and that would make the water deeper. And this is your overflow tube, and this is your flush valve. Notice it only has a 2-inch flapper on it. That's just everything else is the same. Let me show you something else about this. Let me break this out for you. All right. Okay, there's your flush valve, and that one has exactly the same kind of connection on the bottom. And what goes onto it is your fill tube. This is your riser. Your riser is connected to this. Okay, I'm not going to connect it very tight. And then this goes to your wall, and this is connected to your water supply line, and this will be connected like so. And this one is almost all of them now are ball valves, and when it's turned perpendicular to that line, that means it's off, and that's on. Okay, and so if your toilet starts running, you can just go, and that will turn off your toilet, and you can go get a new flapper. Okay, and so this is a fill valve. This is a fill valve, and it's adjusted by bending this ball. You don't see many of them anymore. Okay, let's look deeper into this toilet. These are seat bowl nuts right here. And if you can look in here, this and this, those are tank bowl gaskets and tank bowl bolts. And let's take a look at them. Okay, so there's your tank bowl nut, and there's your tank bowl washer, and underneath the tank you'll have this washer and this nut that holds it'll hold the tank to the bowl. See this little hole right here? This goes through, and it's inside the tank, and holds them together like that. That's all there is to it. This is called your tank bowl gasket. Sometimes if it's leaking between the tank and the bowl, this might be the culprit, or these things may not be tight enough. These just need to be tightened up a little bit. You got to be careful about tightening these, because what will happen is you tighten them up too much, you can break the tank, crack the tank. Now, when you pull that up, the water flushes down into here. and it's trapped into here. Some of it will, you know, we'll take the stuff down the drain. Let's see if we can look inside here and see what this one looks like. You can see where the water goes down, and then it goes into the bowl right here. It just goes like this. Whereas the water that comes in through the rim, I don't know if you can see these little rim holes right here. Can you see the little rim holes? What happens is some of the water will hit this rim hole, and it'll rinse off the inside of the bowl and also cause kind of a vortex action. Now let's see if we can see the trap in this one. All right, now we can see the trap. Okay, this particular one, believe it or not, everything comes here eventually. So water comes into the bowl and it's trapped here, and then when you flush it, it overfills and comes back out here. And it'll go to a flange on your toilet. Let's look at this one too. This one might have a better picture of what a flange looks like. Here's those rim holes. Better view of the rim holes. You see? Those things can get clogged up eventually, with calcium and whatnot. Let's take a look at this one. This one has a bidet on it. If you look at it, this one, someone put a bidet on this seat. Of course, it's made to squirt you right like that. So it has a bidet, and there's this connector to the fill valve. Let's take a look at this one's trap and see if we can see anything better on it. Now I'm wanting to look at this trap coming in here. The water comes down here into this bowl, and this one, it goes straight out under it to this. This is where your wax ring goes, and then that goes on top of the flange. This is your wax ring seat, okay? And often things get caught right behind here because for some reason this hole is smaller than the cavity under it. Now let me see if I can get a look at the trap. Oh, and this is where your floor bolts are going to go. These are called flange bolts because they go to the toilet flange. They bolt to the toilet flange, and what they do, they don't keep your toilet from floating away. They keep it from turning. So you don't want to tighten these down too tight, because again, you can break the toilet. You don't want to break the toilet. I've never done this before, so I'm curious to see what this one looks like. And you can see, it'd be very easy for things, when you flush it, like a pin or something, to get caught right here, you know, before it comes out. And then all the toilet paper get caught in the pin, or a toy, or anything else right here. You can take a look here real quick, and you can see when you flush, you know, how it comes. And it comes into this channel right here. Let me break this off. And there's where she goes.